Hello, friends.
Hi, everyone. We're glad you could join us once again, and happy May.
Happy May.
The month is here, and it's been a wet month, as it has been in your neck of the woods, I suspect, too.
Lots of rain all over, yeah.
Almost every night, but the flowers are doing beautifully yet.
The plants love it.
They certainly do. And the iris are still just blooming gorgeously. And
yeah, when they're not just like this from the rain.
But they perk back up.
They do.
And so on May Day, a friend stopped over and brought a bouquet of iris from her garden. And you can put 2 or 3 bouquets together, and they're all different.
Mm-hmm.
And so she had a couple of gorgeous iris in hers. And I said, I'm going to need some rhizomes of these.
Oh, for sure.
And she looked out my window and saw purple and white one blooming just beautifully. And she said, I don't have that one. So she needs a rhizome of that one. So this is our pass along plants.
It's good to share our plants.
It certainly is good to share. And I'm just still enjoying the bouquet, of course. And I've been picking peonies and so on, but shaking the water off them before they come in the house.
Right. Yeah, they're damp no matter what right now.
Yes. I hope you had a chance to enjoy your May Day and do something really extra special.
It's nice to celebrate the beginning of this season. May is such a busy month with weddings and graduations, and
every day we get something in the mail.
That's right.
Announcement. But that's a good thing too.
Mm-hmm.
And with Mother's Day, it's always a little bittersweet in many ways, especially if you don't have your mother with you yet. Or
if you don't have a good relationship with your mother.
Exactly.
There's a lot of reasons for people to have issues with the day. I think it's really an important day to celebrate anybody who mothers others.
Absolutely.
And that can be any gender, and it can be
fur babies.
For you bet.
Fur babies. It could be
exactly.
I've had lots of friends in my life that have mothered me through
for sure
tough times and even good times. So
for sure.
It can be family, it can be just anyone around it, that mothers you, or you can mother them.
It's the idea of nurturing someone with unconditional love.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And Mother's Day, I think it's important to remember too, the proclamation of Mother's Day was really about mothers not wanting their children to go to war. I think if mothers ran the world, we'd have a different world.
Absolutely.
And I think it's good to honor that energy. And with Mother's Day coming up too, lots of us who want to honor those who mother others, like our moms sometimes. Sometimes it actually is our moms. We wanted to have something maybe special to give them. And we want to remind you that the shop is open this coming weekend, and we have gift certificates. And we also have some unique gift ideas. We have some interesting books. We have some wonderful little oracle decks. We have some jewelry, including these wonderful hand-carved feather earrings that are made from bone, and they're just absolutely beautiful, as well as a few other things, too, that you won't find anyplace else. And so, of course, we always appreciate you stopping out and seeing us and seeing what we have to offer, our gatherings. Mm-hmm. That's why we call it Good Earth Gatherings. Mm-hmm. So we're open the next 2 weekends, and we would love to see you. We always have our tea ready for you to try when you come in. And right now we've been serving our Summer Breeze tea, which is a really wonderful hibiscus-based tea. It's cooling, and people really usually when they sip it, they go, "Ooh, this is really good." And of course, we love hearing that. We think it's good too. And one of our favorite herbs that we grow right now that we'll be having in our teas pretty soon is our lemon balm. And that is an herb that is a big ally for us. And we've used it for years and years and years. And it's an herb when people come in and ask me, what should I grow as an herb? We always say, start with lemon balm, because you can't go wrong with it. It's an easy plant to grow. It's pretty well behaved. It's it can even add it to your landscaping because it has a nice mounding habit. It doesn't get too big. It's a very pretty plant.
It is pretty.
And you can cut it off and use it all summer long in a lemon balm drink. And so that's one of the things that we use it for. And if you want to know how to make that, you're welcome to, when you come out to the shop, you can ask us and we'll be glad to share with you how we make it. It's super easy, and it's so empowering to use the herbs that you grow for things that you serve in your home.
And lemon balm is one that we use all summer long. Mm-hmm. It's best to use it fresh, because when you dry it, it kind of loses some of the flavor.
Yeah.
I use it in my moon tea. I use it just all summer long. I always have it in the refrigerator made up, ready to drink. And you can add other things to it, such as rose petals, a sprig of lavender, spearmint. It just is a wonderful, wonderful. I decided this year I needed to plant 2 more.
Yeah.
Now they do go to seed; they'll have babies and such. But mine never ever spread that much or anything else. And others will say they have thousands of babies. Well, you know what those babies are good for? To share.
Pass along plants.
Absolutely. Share them with others, because it is a plant. Once you start using it in the springtime, and it's just shortly, we're going to be starting to use it.
As soon as the sun really starts coming down,
Yes.
that's really what makes it taste good. Right now, it doesn't really get its really good flavor until the sun's really beaten down on it.
It brings up those aromatic oils into it, and
exactly.
it's just fabulous.
Yeah, and lemon balm as an herb has a real affinity for the nervous system. It's a generally uplifting herb, and herbalists partner with lemon balm for grief, sadness, moodiness, trouble sleeping, tension headaches, any kind of stress, anxiety, nervous tension, panic attacks, those types of things are things that an herbalist might recommend lemon balm for, and certainly it can't hurt. And it's a lovely drink. It's very gentle, and that's a wonderful thing. I loved having it when my kids were at home, and during the summertime especially. We all need to chill out a little bit, and I always think of lemon balm as the chill out herb. And so we'd drink lemon balm all summer long, and it helped everybody to kind of chill out. And it's one of those herbs that we can drink all summer long with no problem, unless you have a low thyroid. It is an herb that you want to use, maybe a little less of if you have a low thyroid.
But I have a low thyroid, and I use lemon balm all the time, every day. It's not, and sometimes I think when they do these tests, it's like, okay, if you're drinking a bushel of it or a pickle load full of it, and we aren't. We are just drinking a glass or two or three, and because it's diluted with water, it's fine. And never have had a problem.
Yeah, and we always dilute ours really well anyway. And so, as we always say, your body is the ultimate authority. So, just keep that in mind and trust your own body and what you're feeling.
If you've never tasted lemon balm infusion before, it is very, very mild. It's just a hint of lemon. And that's why I like it, and that's why other herbs work so well with it.
It's super refreshing. That's really one of the reasons why it makes such a wonderful summer drink. It's just so thirst quenching and refreshing. We mentioned that it's an uplifting herb. It's also an antiviral herb. And so even though it's a very gentle herb, it's actually a really good antiviral herb. And so that's another thing that herbalists will a lot of times use it for. And one of my kids has ADHD, and so it's also been used to help that as well. So we love our lemon balm for so many reasons, but mostly because it just tastes good. And we love serving it to people. A lot of times when we serve it here in the summertime, and we'll give people a cup of tea. Would you like a cup of lemon balm tea? And they taste it and they go, oh my gosh, can I get some of this? Can I take it home? And unfortunately with lemon balm, it has to be fresh to taste like that. So you have to grow it.
Yep, that's what we tell them. You have to grow your own. And sometimes we'll share some little babies from our garden until the babies we've given them all away.
Yeah.
But again, that's your pass along plant. So we'll pass them along to just about anybody.
Yeah, you bet.
But it's a wonderful herb. So do plan to grow that in your garden. And most garden centers will have those. So just check it out.
It's great as an herb water too, even with some fresh strawberries in it. I mean, you can really fancy up your herb waters.
The strawberries are blooming and coming on, and you'll be picking strawberries pretty soon if you have them in your own garden, or you'll be purchasing them at the supermarket. But strawberries are something. They're pretty on the table. I have just a basket of them, and these are made out of fabric, all sizes, little ones to big ones, and everything in between. We will have these in the shop this next weekend. Just precious little things to pull out every spring and put out on the table. So enjoy the strawberries, because they'll be coming into season just shortly. We'll be having our strawberry desserts, and ours just strawberries by themselves.
Oh, aren't they so
just
good?
Wonderful. But these are such a sweet little thing to have around. The directions are online, or Maggie has them in her book. You can find them about anywhere. So they're super, super easy to make.
And super pretty.
Yes, you can make them on a sewing machine, or you can make them by hand. And I did have them in a basket. This is the basket I have them in. This happens to be a pine needle basket. Now, this is one I have made after I took the beginner's basic class. And we are going to have a class, and a guest instructor is coming in. And so she will be teaching a class on pine needles. And this is a gift from Mother Nature. When we can find the pine needles, or we can order them in, either way. And then this is a slice of black walnut in the center. So everything in here is just kind of a gift from Mother. A wonderful little keepsake basket to make. And from that, you have learned the basics to go on and make other things. which is fabulous, I think.
Marvelous.
And so we'll have that class. It's coming up. It'll be coming up soon. But I'll tell you what, the class will fill very quickly. One other basket we're going to talk about is the market basket. And the market basket is a wonderful size basket. I just love it because when I showed it in my sewing circle, everybody said, oh, this would be a good one to carry my things back and forth to our sewing group. And yes, it would be good for lots of things, taking it to the garden, taking it to the farmer's market, just stashing stuff in it because I like to stash stuff in baskets. And this is going to be the basic class again. And when you take the first class of the basics, we're going to offer 3 classes after that are more advanced. But you have to have had the basics first. And you ought to see the others coming up. They're fabulous too. But this is one you could actually give as a gift, make it for yourself. You would sign the bottom of it and the year you made it, because it's really something to be proud of. These classes are offered right now.
We'll put the link below
Yes.
for signing up for the class.
But sign up as soon as possible, because when they're full, they're full.
Grab your spot. Yep.
Grab your spot, that's right. And if you're coming in with a friend, make sure that they get signed up when you do. I'd like to close with a quote for Mother's Day. I don't know who wrote it. It says, Mother's Day is a thank you card to every woman who has ever hugged a baby, kissed a boo-boo, listened closely, cared deeply, and passed on her love and wisdom to others who needed her too. And with that, we're going to wish you a happy Mother's Day and a happy May.
And thank you to all who mother others.
Yes, and we'll see you next week.
Good earth blessings to you.